So Marina Mabrey has responded to the to everything that's going on.
Marina Mabrey just looked like she was just unhinged out there after looking at this.
It was the shove scene around the world. Caitlin Clark blindsided. Marina Mabrey accused of one of the dirtiest plays in WNBA history. And now, the league is scrambling. The fans are furious, and Marina? She's finally breaking her silence.
Are here the night after WNBA fight night. Sophie Cunningham putting JC Sheldon in a clinch. Marina Mabrey targeting Caitlin Clark.
The Connecticut Sun versus Indiana Fever showdown was supposed to be a regular season highlight. Instead, it became a meltdown. 6 technicals, 3 ejections, 2 flagrants, and 1 moment that set the league on fire.
Oh, and Marina Mabrey is going to get ejected. If the officials saw that, Marina Mabrey is going to get ejected.
Well, they're going to go and look at it.
All they had to do was just eject her. All they had to do was eject her, and none of this happens. If the referees had ejected Marina Mabrey, nothing else happens. The Sophie Cunningham situation does not happen.
Caitlin Clark never saw it coming. She was far from the ball, focused, unaware, and then BAM. A full body, off-ball shove from Mabrey's center crashing. The crowd? Explosive. The refs? Confused. And shockingly, Marina wasn't ejected.
So, like, there are 4 players fined in that game. 4 players fined in that game, but the referees, the scariest part about all this is that the referees came out with their report. They came out with a report and said, the contact made by Mabrey did not rise to the level of ejection. Additionally, it did not meet the criteria for a flagrant 2 penalty. And it was given as a technical foul. Not even a flagrant, by the way.
The backlash was instant. And the WNBA? Silent. Until the next day, when it quietly upgraded Marina's foul to a flagrant 2. No press release. No headline. Just a stealthy change online. But fans weren't buying it. The question: why wasn't it called during the game?
A lot of it is centered around the last 46 seconds where Sophie Cunningham hard fouls JC Sheldon. She gets ejected, JC gets ejected, does Lindsay? I think Lindsay gets ejected. And you know, in watching the broadcast, even the broadcasters at the time mentioned if they would have just ejected Marina Mabrey, this probably wouldn't have happened.
After days of silence and mounting criticism, Marina Mabrey finally broke her silence. In a post-game interview, she insisted it was just basketball. But fans saw something else, a calculated cheap shot. Was she defending a teammate or targeting Caitlin Clark out of frustration?
So Caitlin Clark gets poked in the eye. Marina Mabrey doesn't even see what happens, and she just decides to clean Caitlin Clark out of it. And the referees just said, nah, it was not worth an injection. So Caitlin dribbles. Look at how far she is away from the ball, by the way. Look at how far she is away from the ball. Like, that's literally, she's nowhere near the ball. She just jumps at her face. And then she belly bumps Caitlin. Caitlin retaliates by shoving in an unsportsmanlike manner, according to the referees. And then Marina Mabrey comes from nowhere.
While Sophie Cunningham was fined and tossed for far less, Marina stayed in the game. Even former players called it out. Why is the WNBA so inconsistent? Are stars like Caitlin Clark being targeted and protected selectively?
At this angle, you can see just how far JC Sheldon is away from the ball. The ball's here. She's hitting Caitlin Clark in the face here. If you guys are looking at my cursor. I'm sorry I can't make this bigger. My cursor. She hits Caitlin Clark here. The ball's here. The ball is 3 feet away from Caitlin Clark's face. And she just targets the face. She targets the face. Like, I don't know if there's any other way to describe it. Like, this is clearly, she just lunged at her face. She went nowhere near the ball. She lunges forward. She absolutely, positively, zero doubts about it, lunges at Caitlin Clark's face.
This isn't the first time Clark's been on the receiving end. From Chundy Carter's infamous hip check to Dejonai Carrington's trash talk, the league's biggest rookie has been under fire all season. Is it envy, rivalry, or resentment over the attention Clark commands?
I don't see how you can say that any other way. She literally lunged at her face. And then Caitlin's there walking away, and she belly bumps her. Like, by the way, Kaylin with the shove. Kaylin does not move JC Sheldon. If you look at this angle, you can see Caitlin Clark does not move JC Sheldon. They're like Caitlin shoved Sheldon. Caitlin literally, JC Sheldon's still moving forward. So JC Sheldon is the one who initiates the contact, and then Chaser, and Marina Mabrey comes from nowhere.
Social media exploded. Pundits called it an embarrassment. Even non-WNBA fans weighed in. The incident trended nationwide. But deeper than just one dirty play was a bigger issue: fairness, bias, and credibility in the WNBA.
She ended up stating this: Marina Mabrey's technical from last night's Fever Sun game has been upgraded to a flagrant 2. Oh man, the league told ESPN a flagrant 2 comes from a standard fine. Additionally, Sophie Cunningham was fined separately for her hard foul with 46 seconds to play.
With a flagrant 2 upgrade, the pressure's on the league. Will Marina Mabrey be suspended? Will the WNBA issue an apology? And how will this affect Caitlin Clark's mental game heading into her next matchup?
People are calling for Sophie Cunningham's ejection from the league. People are commenting under Marina Mabrey stuff.
Was this an officiating collapse? A league image crisis? Or a player letting emotions override sportsmanship? Whatever the case, it sent one clear message: something is broken, and it's not just Caitlin Clark's trust.
It is kind of, frustrating to see the hypocrisy like everywhere in all the spaces when it comes to the Indiana Fever, because I'm seeing the same people saying, and the same people in the media, the same people in social media, which social media doesn't really count and it shouldn't, but these are filtering to people in the mainstream media saying it was a physical league last season to Sophie should be ejected and her spot should be considered in the league, and calling her out on all these physical plays that were totally excusable until the Indiana Fever do them.
The WNBA is evolving, and every moment counts. Caitlin Clark is still the face of the league, despite being constantly targeted. Marina Mabrey now faces a crossroads: redemption or a reputation collapse. One thing's certain: the next time these two meet on court, all eyes will be watching.
There's no way y'all coming after the game and then now you're saying, oh, it should have been a flagrant 2. Oh, we should have. Look, you're catching the smoke and now you want to change it. You need to do it during the game. All right, during the game, go ahead and call it the way it is, man. Stop with the nonsense.
Do you think Marina Mabrey should be suspended? Did the WNBA get it wrong again? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more hard-hitting WNBA stories. This drama isn't over, it's only heating up.
Contact made by Mabrey did not rise to the level of an ejection. Additionally, it did not meet the criteria for a flagrant foul penalty 2.
The shot heard round the WNBA world. Marina Mabrey's brutal shove on Caitlin Clark shook fans to the core, sent the league scrambling, and reignited one of the most polarizing debates in women's basketball today. But now, Mabrey has finally spoken, and what she said only made things worse.
Out with this statement saying, yeah, it was a flagrant 2.
It was supposed to be a classic clash between the Fever and the Sun, but instead, it turned into chaos. 6 technical fouls, 3 ejections, and 1 dirty play that had fans questioning everything.
So this just clearly shows me the referees need some schooling, man. Okay? They need some schooling. You had these referees out here clueless, man. And I was wondering what was taking them so long to call the right call. I swear to you, man, we lived 2 lifetimes before they came back and said what they needed to say about the nonsense that happened.
Caitlin Clark was blindsided, nowhere near the ball, when Mabrey lunged at her. No call, no ejection. But the moment replayed 1,000 times on Twitter told a different story.
The question was, why did Caitlin Clark get a technical foul? She ended up coming back and saying, after the foul by Sheldon, Clark reacted in an unsportsmanlike manner towards Sheldon. Huh?
24 hours later, the league upgraded the foul, quietly, to a flagrant 2. No press release, no apology, just an admission that the refs got it wrong.
The flagrant was Sophie. I'm still questioning that. I'm still questioning. Because it looked like a take foul, fam. And don't tell me y'all never seen somebody grab LeBron James, like hold him like both of his arms, try to hold him down. He fights through it, still makes the bucket. Don't tell me y'all never seen that.
Sophie Cunningham was ejected instantly for a routine hard foul. But Mabrey, whose play was far more dangerous, stayed in the game.
At the end of the day, as long as bad referees are allowed to do whatever the hell they want to do, as long as bad referees can get away with every single thing they want and can get away with stuff like this, nothing will ever change.
In a viral TikTok, Marina finally broke her silence, mocking critics by saying, "Every time they comment, I make dollars. No remorse, just branding."
It's good that the refs did something about it, but they should have did something about it way earlier. They could have prevented all of this. They could have prevented every bit of this, but they chose not to.
This wasn't a one-time incident. Marina Mabrey has developed a reputation for crossing the line. From her days on the wings, to the sky, and now with the sun. Her aggressive playstyle has made her both feared and loathed.
Marina Mabrey commented on TikTok about the whole situation, and this is what she said. "Every time they comment, I make dollars."
Fans, coaches, and even players now question if WNBA officiating is being influenced by media pressure. How can a play be safe 1 minute and suspension-worthy the next?
If you guys don't know about Sophie Cunningham and Marina Mabrey, who these two people are, like, you need to just know the lore. Like, Marina Mabrey, this is how Dejanay calls Marina Mabrey her evil twin.
Clark has been at the center of controversy all season. From Chinny Carter's hip check to Dejanay Carrington's trash talk, some believe she's being targeted due to her fame and record-breaking rookie season.
Marina Mabrey is a crash out artist. Like, there's literally this page, if you guys haven't seen, called Women Hooping. And 90% of what they do.
The WNBA now stands at a crossroads. If they don't clamp down on dangerous play, what message does that send to rookies, stars, and fans?
Marina Mabrey will find any excuse to knock someone on the ground or, like, go at somebody. We saw that when she was with the Sky. We'll see that with the Sun. We've seen that when she was with the Wings. Like, that's Marina Mabrey. That is Marina Mabrey at the end of the day.
Mabrey and Clark may cross paths again, and soon. With playoff tension building and reputations on the line, their next matchup could define the season.
Mabrey to a flagrant 2, which honestly, she should have just been ejected from the game. This is what happened last season with Kennedy Carter. When her cheap shot on Caitlin wasn't addressed in the moment, I think they're trying to address that now. So the flagrant 2 has been issued. Sophie Cunningham has been issued another fine on top of her flagrant 2. But is it too little too late?
Should the WNBA suspend Marina Mabrey? Was this just hard basketball or a crisis of fairness? Let us know in comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more breaking WNBA investigations. Marina Mabrey isn't backing down. Caitlin Clark isn't rattled.